Hi guys, welcome to the FM Recruiter. Now, in my new series, we're going to be focusing on tactics. So I'm going to aim to bring you one or two videos every single week, looking at tactics that you can find on Sort It Out Sky, FM Scout, finding out which tactics work and which tactics don't. Now, to get the most out of these tactics, we're going to try them with two teams. One is going to be Manchester City because they are the best team in the country. The other team is going to be Barrow because they are the worst team in the top four tiers. They're the worst team in League Two. So that will give us a good indication whether it works for the best and the worst. You will see all the nooks and crannies. You'll see our results, where we finished in the league, and then what we'll do is give you a full breakdown of how each tactic worked. So let's have a look at the first one. Now, for this episode, we are going to review the PSG 4-1-4-1 domination tactic by Underbaz Gaming. This is available on Sort It Outside, and the link is in the description if you want to download it after watching this. So let's have a quick look at the tactic. So it is designed to score lots of goals and absolutely dominate your opposition. Goalkeeper has no instructions, but he is set to defend. You've got fullbacks on either side and support with a instruction of stay wider, but not much else. Your centre-backs, you've got one central defender and one ball playing. Your ball playing is going to take more risks, but they are going to hold their position. So they're going to play kind of like a quarterback with the aim to spray the ball and look for those incisive passes to bypass the opposition's midfield. And your central defender, who is set to defend, will not take any risks. They're just going to dribble less, they're going to shoot less often, they're going to essentially, their one job is to defend. Your holding midfielder is again going to sit in front. You are essentially going to be playing with a back five because when you haven't got those two central midfielders, it's key to have a solid unit at the back. Your winger, inverted wingers, so the idea is they're going to cut inside and offer support to the attacker. They're going to dribble more, and both of these are set to cut inside. So you're looking at your top level players, your likes of Neymar, Salah, Mane. They would be really, really good in these positions. In terms of your attacking midfielders, you've got an advanced playmaker who actually won't shoot very often, but will be looking to play that incisive pass, and that's what that take more risks is about. And then your attacking midfielder is going to be moving into the channels and looking to capitalise on the passes from the advanced playmaker, and then get up to support your attacker, who is a deep lying forward. So you want them to shoot more often, which is an additional instruction. That's not one that will be set up by default if you try and recreate this tactic yourself. They are also going to hold the ball up, but they are going to take more risks at the same time. In terms of what we're going to do when we have the ball, we're going to play fairly wide, which this system we have to. It'll be too cramped in the middle of the park if we don't play wide. We're going to pass it into space, and we're also going to look to play out of defence. With that ball-playing defender, it just makes sense. No instructions set for the final third. You are going to rely on your player's ability to be able to do that. And when you're doing it with a team like Man City, that probably is good. But when we do it with a team like Barrow, you'll see a difference, I think, in the goals that you score or the amount of goals. In transition, then, we're a counter-press, and we are going to look to counter quickly when we get the ball. The goalkeeper's going to take it short, distribute it out to the centre-backs. Again, the ball will go to the ball-playing defender more often than not. But the idea is we win the ball back on the front. There are 5 attackers who are going to be closing down right from the get-go. And then when we're out of position, it's a high press, prevent the goalkeeper doing short distribution. So again, make them kick it long so our centre-backs can mop up the long balls. Defensive line, we're going to step up more. While we're not playing the offside trap, we are going to look to see if we can hold them in their half. So that's how the tactic works. Let's see how we got on with Man City and with Barrow.
Okay, so we finished the first season with Man City, and it didn't go as we planned. However, there were some real highlights. Erling Haaland, 54 appearances, 77 goals. I mean, that is just amazing. Bernardo Silva got 13, Foden 10 assists, De Bruyne 10 assists. So actually, that's really good. Defensively, we weren't bad over the whole season. I just only conceded 38 goals as well. However, we did lose games, and we lost them quite heavily. 5-1 to Tottenham, 5-1 to Hull. 2-0 to Arsenal. all this kind of thing. So, yeah. But in terms of the league, this is where we really fell down. So we finished second on 75 points, 22 points behind Manchester City. Behind Liverpool. Not really good enough, but we'll bounce back, I'm sure. So let's see how we get on with Barrow. It didn't work for the top tier team. I highly doubt it will work for a team like Barrow, but let's find out. All right, so we've now done the season with Barrow. Let's have a look how we did. We were 250 to 1 to get relegated, or to stay up, to win the league, sorry. So we were favourites to get relegated at the start of the season, and we ended up finishing 11th, so not all bad. 64 points. We lost as many as we won, but when we drew far too many. But we did have a positive goal difference, and Gordon came in with 24 goals throughout the season, which is really good. In terms of the schedule that we had, we were just so inconsistent, and it's one of the things I've noted about this tactic. There's no real consistency. You'll win one game 4-1, 5-0, and the next game you'll lose 3-0. So it is a very inconsistent tactic, if I'm being honest. So my thoughts about this tactic are that if you want to score lots of goals, say you're a team that are backed for relegation, you will probably stay up playing this tactic because you will score loads. You just will dominate teams in certain games. You will lose your fair share, but you will also win games just because you are creating that many chances. I would give this tactic a solid 6.5 out of 10. You never know if it's gonna, if you're gonna win or lose, so it'll make the save a little bit exciting, probably a little bit frustrating. Give it a go though. It's available on Sort It Outside. The link is down below, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you soon.